All right, all right. What's going on, party people? This your man Grill, back at it, or never stop being at it. So, I'm gonna tell y'all, you're gonna have to get your minds right. So, a lot of time, like the earlier video I did. If you had a chance to look at it, great. If you didn't, go back and look at it. But one of the things I was saying in there that I'm gonna print the rest of the documents out that I needed for today, just go ahead on and print them out. And that was early this morning. So my next closing is at 4 o'clock. They told me I could come early, meet them at 3:30. It's a little bit after 3 o'clock now. So I'm on my way there to do that. Well, all of a sudden I get an email, which sometimes I wish they would call me, but I got an email saying that they needed me to do a run for them, one of my other clients. And I was like, okay. So I was thinking I might have made a mistake. They said it was some documents that they forgot to put in the original closing packet. They said, hey, give us a price and we'll take care of you. I said, no problem. Told them the price and was getting that prepared to get, to do using .verify. So while I'm doing that, I get a phone call from somebody saying, hey, we such and such title company. Can you do a closing for us today? The signer's in Virginia Beach. Boom, boom, boom. They're not even let me get a word in edgewise. And this is something that you got to be prepared for, that when they call, they're like, hey, let's go. Are you ready? Boom, boom, boom. And you got to be quick on your feet. Your mind got to be thinking correctly. And as soon as he got to talking, this, that, and the other, I already had a dollar amount in my mind. I said, okay, I'm going to just say this. And I had a low price, I had a mid price, and I had a high price. I was like, okay, I'm going to just say the mid price. I'm going to just say this. And once he told me everything's going on, I'm like, all right, they don't tell you how many pages. So I got to price it, how many pages to sign. And sometimes they just say, and I really don't care about the pages. Honestly, I don't. But I said that because there's everybody that keep thinking about pages, and y'all done got it all in my head. But that's why I never asked him about the pages. So he gives me tells me all the details. I was like, all right, bet. Didn't say bet, but I said, okay, gotcha. And I said I could probably squeeze him in after my 3:30 appointment, because they had already called and told me I could do it early. The signers, I said, no problem. They said want to try to get it done by 5. I said I should be able to make it there, as long as my 3:30 doesn't take forever, but I should be able to get to them. And they was like, all right, cool. And I'll be honest, I would have felt very, very nervous had I not printed my documents ahead of time. Had I waited to print my documents, I probably could have felt some pressure, because it's like, man, now I got to shuffle and deal with all these different documents. I got to deal with this, got to deal with that. I'm glad that I went ahead on and did it, because it put me in a position of readiness to be able to just hop on that run that came up, and then this one that came up. And I'm sitting here like, okay, I started off with 2 signings, now I've had 4 in a short amount of time, And this is why I tell y'all to take the closings, do as many as you can, because the byproduct of you doing that, it gets you in the proper mindset for working a business. The more you sit on the sideline fussing and complaining about every little thing that you see in the notary business, the less work you're doing, and the less you're prepared when the big opportunities come, or even a small opportunity. And anybody who understands business will know that. And I will venture to say that most people who are talking all of that smack about, nah, I'm gonna just sit it out, I'm gonna wait, I ain't just taking anything, they don't understand business. They don't really understand true business, because you can do that once you got to a point where you understand how your business flows and operates, and how to make money in your business. But if you haven't even gotten started, haven't taken any orders, haven't done anything, you sitting on the sideline doesn't do you and your family any good. This is about you and your family, not about you trying to be impressive to some individual that you don't even know that's on the internet. This is about you taking care of your family, taking care of yourself. And you can't do that if you're not out there working. You go out here and you take the orders, and then you learn from that. Okay, this one wasn't bad. This one was bad. Wow. Yeah, they paid me a whole lot of money, but it was a whole lot of headaches. They paid me a little bit of money, but man, that was nice and easy. Now, they should have paid me more for that, or I should have asked for more. You learn. It's a learning experience. And the problem is that many of you, and yes, I'm talking to you, you don't want to learn. You don't really want to go through the process. You just want the success. You just want the money. You just want to be able to say you're the baddest notary in your city, in your town, and all this, that, and the other. You don't really want to go through the process of growing and developing your business. And that's okay. That's okay, because all that's going to do is just leave more business out there for me, because you're going to be too afraid to go out here and do it. But you're going to end up spending a whole bunch of money needlessly trying to get, that perfect understanding. Hit my button to start. To get that perfect understanding of what you're supposed to do as a notary. And I'm like, all you got to do is just get out there and do it. And that's it. And some folk say they want to learn, but, and now this ain't to my man who asked me the questions, but some of you ask questions not from a learning perspective, but to avoid learning. Okay, this ain't to you, my man. You know who I'm talking about. I talked to you earlier today. This statement's not to you. But there's others that y'all ask questions not so much because you're trying to learn, but you're asking questions to avoid the opportunity to learn. So you just want the quick fix answer, and you want to run off of that. And that may not always work in your favor. So you got to take time out to actually learn what the heck is going on in this business and learn your state laws and all of that. But you also learn the flow and how things operate, because that's the biggest issue that many of you have. You're like, I don't understand what to expect. Sometimes you're not going to know. You just need to go out here and do it, and you'll see it when it happens, and you're like, oh, okay. And the thing is, y'all are very intelligent. Y'all smart enough to be able to figure out the bulk of this stuff. Y'all just got to get out here and do it. That's the main thing. Y'all just got to get out here and do this bad boy. And if you do, before you know it, you'll be ready to, somebody can call you up and you'll know exactly what to say, how to say it, what pricing, all of that. You figured that out. You will figure that out as you do the work. Many of you got married. You didn't have no clue about marriage, but you figured it out. And I think a lot of you did pretty good with it. Some of you didn't. And because you didn't do good with it, you learned from it. And then if you got married again, hopefully you didn't make those same mistakes. Same thing with this notary. Just get out there and take the orders, because I'm telling you, the reason why I stress taking the orders so much again is because it puts you in the proper mindset for understanding how this operates for you. Not for them, but for you. The way it works for Fred, the way it works for Katina and all these other people out here is different than the way it's going to work for you. But you have to develop your own flow, and you can't develop a flow if you ain't out there at least in the water. You can't even flow with the river. You can't realize whether you need to go against the water, the current, or just go with the current, or just let the current just take you wherever. So you don't have no clue at all, because you're not out there and you're trying to figure all of that out before you step out there in the water. And that's where failure comes at, is sitting on the sideline, hoping and wishing. And then when the next boom comes, when the next opportunity comes for notaries to get work out here, you're going to be sitting on the sideline, still wishing and hoping and praying that you do it right, and get an opportunity. And those people are going to look at you and say, I saw your profile, but I see you ain't done nothing in 6-7 months. The whole time the orders was coming out, you didn't take them. You didn't try nothing. So why should we give you a shot where the other people were? And what y'all don't realize, there's more people coming in this business. With all of the layoffs that they're doing, excuse me, they're laying people off left and right. And with all the layoffs that they're doing, guess what? They're pushing more and more about side hustle this, side hustle that. This street here. And guess what? More and more people are going to be coming into this notary business. And the people who are coming into it now, I've talked to them. They see the issues. They see. Oh, sorry about that. All right, right here. They see the quote unquote scamminess in all of this. I mean, I talked to a person last night, and they was like, yeah, I was looking at the stuff and people talking about, yeah, come to this free webinar, and I get in the webinar, and then the first thing they do is talking about, yeah, my $1,000 course. They're like, I ain't paying that money. I ain't paying them folk that. So what y'all ended up doing, these next groups, they're not doing that. So guess what? They're not going to have the same pressure on them of, I need to get my return on investment back like you got, because you overspent to get in the business. And now these new folk are coming in and they're like, I ain't trying to overspend to come into nothing. I don't even think all of that is necessary. This is what people are telling me. Folk are sending folk members like, hey, go talk to Griff about this before you spend any money. They come to me. They ask me my opinion. I share with them. I show them some things, and they're like, you know what? That's exactly what I thought. I don't need to give that person my money. Matter of fact, they're not even in my state. Who are they anyway? Or do they even do no? I'm just telling you what's going on. So this is why it's important for you to go ahead on and start doing work now. Take the orders, because all those people who are sitting here fussing about what they don't like about the notary business, what signing companies are paying too low and this and that and the number of pages, that ain't helping you get any work. If it is, somebody tell me. Somebody hit me up privately or publicly and tell me, oh, I listened to so-and-so, and by me doing what they said, I'm getting $200 a signing now. And I only have to get 3 pages signed. Please show me the proof of that. Please show me. I don't see it happening. I haven't heard anybody say, I listened to that person, I took a stand like that person told me to take, and my life is so much better because now I'm getting the dollar amount that I want. I need some proof. I need some proof of that. Consistent, that you're doing it. Not just one signing or this, that, here, but consistent. And it ain't there. So today started off slow. Didn't know how many closings I was going to get, but my gut told me, be prepared. Almost like pack a lunch, be ready to go. Get your documents set. Don't worry about, if the order gets canceled and they don't want to pay you a print fee and all that. It is what it is. Just be prepared, be ready to go. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, and you'll be successful in this business. But many of you aren't doing that. You're sitting on the sideline worried about being perfect. And I also know that many of you still don't have the equipment that you need. And that's the biggest issue that's holding many of you back. And we'll talk about that on Fritter Friday, unless I have time to talk about it before then. But I know that's the biggest issue. I haven't really said much about it, but I already know that's the biggest issue right now that's holding a lot of you back. You can't even sign up because you don't even have the equipment. Not just talking about a scanner to scan back, but you don't even have a printer. And you came into business not being able to get the equipment that you needed. And now you're trying to figure out how I'm going to make this happen. That's where a lot of you are at. And you're going to have to make some kind of sacrifice, because you can't take an order if you can't print. And it's going to cost you too much to go to FedEx. You don't have friends who got a laser. They all got dot matrix printers and all that kind of stuff. And you sort of stuck and you're trying to figure this thing out. And I feel you. All right, I'm going to go in here and knock this thing out with this person. And then get on to my last signing of the day that popped up on me. Make me some good money and take care of my family, because that's what it's all about. Talk to y'all later. Peace.